Coming up, a ghost town that's slowly surrendering to the relentless march of the desert. Wild horses with better road manners than most drivers. Magda decides it's a perfect day for a jog. An ancient man casually tosses an ancient fossil. We meet a rock star and visit the second largest canyon in the world. Today we're driving from Swakopmund down to Aus. We're going to meet some other people there and do a bit of touring around Aus and Kolmanskop and see the desert horses, wild horses. We did some shopping this morning in Swakop first thing. I went to the Makba butchery, very nice meat. And put our things together, and we've sort of taken the dirt road which heads between Walvis Bay and Aus and takes you through Solitaire and Cesserim. Beautiful scenery. We're expecting some mountain passes shortly. Having a pleasant day.
Departing the Aus Haven and Rest Camp where we stayed for 2 nights, we're now on our way to Kolmanskop, a once thriving diamond town, now reclaimed by the desert sands. It's a journey into Namibia's rich history and the beauty of its untamed landscapes.
Kolmanskop, which started at the turn of the century in about 1905 with the discovery of diamonds. By the mid-50s was abandoned.
The interest in a place like Kolmanskop mining town is how the sand has taken over the houses. This house would have been abandoned sometime between 1920 and 1950. And yet the colours and the patterns on the wall are still so evident.
Most of the buildings at Kolmanskop are slowly being overtaken by the desert. And of course, wouldn't be humans without stupidly leaving indelible marks on the walls. This is the gymnasium. Apparently the Germans always built a bowling alley and a gymnasium wherever they went. And this is the inside of the bowling alley, or skittles, whatever the Germans called it.
Driving along the B4 highway, we were thrilled to spot Namibia's famous wild horses grazing near the roadside, a rare and unforgettable experience. Some say they are descendants of German cavalry horses from World War I, while others believe they originated from a stud farm abandoned during colonial times. They have adapted remarkably to the harsh conditions of the Namib Desert over the last century. Surviving on sparse desert grasses and limited water, their ability to endure extreme temperatures is a testament to their strength and resilience.
We're heading to the Mesosaurus Fossil Camp, home to one of Namibia's most fascinating prehistoric discoveries. Whether you're a history enthusiast, nature lover, or just seeking adventure, the Mesosaurus Fossil Camp promises an unforgettable journey through time and the opportunity to connect with Namibia's rich geological and cultural heritage. This afternoon we're going on a guided tour to have a look at fossils of the Mesosaurus, which is an amphibious animal that existed 250 million years ago. That's 60 or 70 million years before dinosaurs.
Welcome at the Mesosaurus Fossil Site. You are very welcome to make photos and videos as many as you want to. Please ask questions. Ja, en ek het vir 14 dae het my ander bril het net hierdie lens gehad. Hierdie glas was uit. About 30 years ago, I built this road here. And while I was working here on my tractor, my son played around here. He was 10 years old. And he called me from the tractor and he showed me a piece of sediment like this with marks on the side. And then I hit it on a crack and it fell open on a piece of a fossil. And then I found my brother-in-law. At that stage he was a zoology professor at the University of Stellenbosch. And I told him that I found a salamander fossil. But he said, no, that's not possible. A salamander is too young. It cannot be fossilized. So when he came here again for a visit, he took a small part of the fossil with him to the university and he asked around there. And a certain Dr. Burger Olofsson worked in his department. And Dr. Olofsson told him this is the Mesosaurus. He wrote his PhD about these fossils. And I'm so lucky I know him very well and we became very good friends and I learned a lot from him. Sure. Now you see the Mesosaurus looked like that picture in the reception, like a small crocodile with a long snout with long thin teeth. But the teeth were too weak to catch spray. They only use it to filter the food out of the water like a whale. And do you know Gondwana? The old supercontinent. So Dr. Olofsson said they reckon that around about 280 million years ago, southern Africa as a part of Gondwana was covered with a thick ice layer, like the South Pole nowadays. And around about 250 million years ago, as it became hotter, the ice started to melt and it filled all the hollow parts on the continents. And during that stage there was a very shallow inland sea over southern Africa and South America with lots of swamps. And these creatures lived in that shallow sea. 250 million years ago, that makes them some of the oldest reptile fossils ever found in southern Africa. But okay, I show you this one. Here we have a very nice one. This is the one in the magazine. Please make photos from it. Hello. And there you see the print of the neck with the print of the spine with prints of ribs. And the tail also eroded away. Ach toch. These creatures had long, strong tails. They were probably very strong swimmers. And there you can see the hind legs with the femur, the tibia and the fibula with the 5 toes. You can see the nails, and if you look closely here, you see this middle toe was dislocated. Now these creatures, they lived here in the late Carboniferous era and in the early Permian era, and they reckon with all the plants in the water became a little bit acid at the seabed, and over many years the acid in the water dissolved the bones, and it left only prints. And that is the reason why we have so many fossils. You see, I have this fossil. I have it really for a very long time. And we have lots of these fossils. And I'm going to look for a new one to show to the people. This is a very old one there. We have lots of them. Now later on, the soft soil eroded away and it left only the rock towers on top of each other. And there were different kinds of erosion. But one very simple kind of erosion was from heat and cold. They made cracks vertically and horizontally over thousands of years, and it formed these blocks. And now the people from abroad ask me if we built it like that. But I tell them, no, we do not work so hard in Africa. But may I play you some music on these rocks?
Yeah.
You are very welcome to make videos from it. And please tell me the name of the songs. Okay? Sien jy, daar haak my kop weer uit.
Dis okay.
Nee, dis nie hy nie. Jingle bells. Hy kom baie mooi uit. Moet ek Engels praat? In this area is the old Sun people. They took a dry branch like this. They hollowed these softer parts out. They put a kind of skin underneath there and then they carried the arrows inside it. So that was the quiver. From there the name quiver tree, but it's very light. But you see, this is not a tree, it's an aloe. One see it on the leaves. And the botanical name is the Aloe dichotoma. Dichotoma stems. They always divide into two equal stems, always. But very interesting, one morning when we came here, we found this branch lying here on the ground. And on the tracks we saw it was broken down by a kudu bull with the horns, and then the kudu ate the leaves. Now the juice inside the leaves is very bitter. So we reckon that the bitterness goes through the system of the animals into the bloodstream, and then the parasites fall off. That is nature's remedy against parasites for wild animals. Nature is so perfect, we know so little about nature. Do you know aloe vera?
Yeah.
The juice inside the leaves, it's the same as aloe vera. It's very good for cuts, for burns, for mosquito bites. It's also good for sunburn. And as it is so very, very bitter, it's also good for stomach problems, for it's not poisonous. And you see, I also tried it here, but I was not successful. You see, doesn't let the hair grow.
As we head toward the Fish River Canyon, we are awestruck by one of Namibia's most iconic natural wonders, and the second largest canyon in the world. Carved over millions of years by the mighty Fish River, this geological marvel stretches 160 kilometers in length, plunges to depths of up to 550 meters, and showcases dramatic rock formations that tell the story of Earth's ancient past.
So we arrived at the canyon campsite that's basically behind very famous Canyon Roadhouse, and what a find. Here comes Dave, some wood, got some ice.
Yeah, it's just recorded now.
that quickly. Can you see the clouds? What it's doing on the...
Cute, man. Now it's recording.
Oh, really?
Well, I don't know, because now it's moving.
Okay, it's mostly mad and friends. And family and friends. No
Is it? Okay, there it
special
is.
rates yet for friends and family, but and friends.
Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey through Namibia. But this adventure doesn't end here. Our next episode takes us to the wilds of Botswana, where things got a little too wild. Imagine being trapped for hours because a lioness decided your campsite was a home for the day. It was both unforgettable and terrifying at times, and we can't wait to share it with you.
That's crazy. Do you want to do it? You must be mad. We did it!
Stay on the road.
Okay.